Today is going to be a very, very special video because on this video I will not be on my own. I will not be alone in this video. It will be the first video in which there will be others. And I brought for you 6 of all of my best friends. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show them to you right now. So here are my 6 best friends. Here they are. Yes, they are books. No, I'm not that silly that I don't have any friends. My books are my only friends. But the thing is that books play a very important role in my life. They are super important because it's maybe a question for myself, like why do I love books so much? Why do I love to read them? And the thing for me is that, as I said before, growth is very important for me. And when I read books, I can learn from them. I can grow as a person and get some new ideas for myself to try them out and see what happens if I do it myself. And these 6 books are the 6 books that I think actually changed my life the most, that helped me the most with growing. And why specifically books, you might ask? Because there are so many different ways of getting ideas, of growing as a person. You can watch videos, you can subscribe to emails, newsletter, you can listen to podcasts, you can talk about it with others, you can go to an event, so many moments and places. And what I love most about books is that they are one. You can take them anywhere. 2, you can discover ideas from them at any moment that you want yourself. And 3, they are, in my opinion, the most deep way of diving into a certain topic. When you take the time to read multiple hours about one idea, about one central idea of a book. For example, for this book, it's actually in the way of stories, in the way of an autobiography about the regrets of the dying. She met so many people at the end of their life, and she wrote a book about what they had as their regrets for life. And she wrote a book about it, and it's so interesting. But when I read this book, I spend quite some hours thinking about those ideas, thinking about those stories, and they're ingrained in my brain in a way more than they would be if I would have just watched a video about it. And that's what I love so much about books. Another thing that I love is that I can give this to a friend and then they can read it themselves, which is still very different than just sending a video to them. That's what I love about books. I love them so much that I call them some of my best friends. And I hope that I would get to know your library one day. So if there are any books that I should definitely read, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. See you.